P11.
Alright, here we are in the A fixed car.
I will let you know. I think did go up a bit when we
We're
got
at Las
qualifying,
Vegas.
so if I do start blinking rapidly, yeah, just let me know. But I will probably once or twice up the race. This should stop.
Ended up with a 30.6, so that yielded me 11th out of, where's my... I'm pretty sure I told it I want overlay in this.
Yeah, so something like that happens, just let me know.
Strength of field 2.1k to my 2k.
Look, everyone here in this 50-lap race here in these jet cars.
Geez, I'm so worried about my internet. I'm not trying to drop out of 2,000 hours one day.
I ran one of these A class races earlier this week, and they were a handful about the first 5 or 10 laps, but once the tires wear off, they do get a little bit more stable. So if everybody can just take it easy at the beginning, we could be good here, but it could be a shit show. So.
Yeah, man, let's just talk about the boy.
The track
Good luck to you
temp is
today.
100. The air temp is 78 Fahrenheit.
Alright.
Follow car number 04 in the inside lane.
Practice for NIS later.
04.
Oh, yeah, that NAS does start.
9 Eastern time.
I'm probably just gonna run a couple NIS at fleet tracks. I'll dare to do this for over 100 laps.
I'd like to stay up here in the top 10.
134
See how
actually.
this ends up.
What time does that thing start on Sunday?
I just mean in general, like, you know, the entire NAS season. Most of the races are over 100 laps. Sometimes even 200.
The fixed one was 134 laps.
How long's the open one?
It's the same.
I feel like I have one.
Here we go.
Alright, John, stay calm, focus. Let's go.
Car high. Still there. Easy, hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Careful, still there. Careful, still there. Hold your line. Still there.
Oh, there goes somebody. Please don't come back up on the track. There's somebody else.
I'm so sorry about that, man. The car is just so tight.
Caution.
I can hit the rig, I can hit the rig.
Is now in the lead.
The car's fucking not tight. For your
Under
information.
caution, pits are closed. It
I
looks
was
like
from
Schmidt
getting
has
collected
gone
in
off.
that one.
Race car's out. Line up single file.
I hope the
car
break.
number
Also, the way I have the car
17.
set up for a stable early run, it's tight for me.
This is a fixed setup. There's no setup that people have on them. Pace cars entering 3.
Pits are open.
Well, that's about what I expect. A few random cars just biffing it off the turn. It's getting loose.
We're under caution. Pit's closed.
Just clicking some laps away under caution. It's alright, we only got, what, 3 laps in?
Definitely didn't like these cars last year, but they're starting to grow on me, I guess.
Well, now that you got to drive them,
They appear to be a precision instrument, and if you can't drive them like that, then yeah.
I really like them in real life so far.
that was a good race at Fontana last week.
I think we'll really know where we're at once Vegas has passed.
Yeah, Vegas will see what we got for Kansas and all them kind of places.
Because Auto Club is normally boring, and Vegas is kind of boring sometimes. So if that's exciting, we know we're in for a treat this year. I agree. Plus, they're all trying to figure it out, so it's a crapshoot, man. And look who's running up front out of the blue. These, single car teams.
Well, that
Okay, John,
practice
get ready.
goes
Race
a
will
long
resume
way
at the end
too.
of this lap.
Definitely glad they upped the practice from 15 minutes to 35 minutes for this weekend.
We'll see your race stages.
Alright. I'm not sure how much the tires cool down after about a 3-lap run and a couple laps under caution.
The only problem is flat tires. Like, they just fucking sit on the ground. Makes no fucking sense. And you spin out and blow all 4 tires, your race is over.
Yeah, we were talking about that a couple days ago. They keep talking about how tough this car is. You go 4 laps down if you spin out, because the thing won't move on flat tires.
I think they're going to be awesome on a road course. Going to be like them old Trans Am cars from the early 90s.
I imagine there'll probably be a ref at the real race here in Vegas on Sunday with these cars.
I just don't get the amount of money they spent on these cars and the issue with flat tires.
Green, 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 let's go. Tenth position.
Car up high. Easy, hold your line. Car outside. Hold your line. Still there. They're outside.
Wreck on front.
Full course caution, be careful.
Just stay away from those guys in the back. Let them keep wrecking. There's another maybe 2-3 laps.
If we could just get some heat in our tires, I think we'd all be good.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed. Pace car is out. Line up single file behind car number 05.
0-5. What's with this pack, man? You've been telling me all cars that are single digits have a 0 in front of them? That's weird. Pace car's gotta be a ways
Pace
around the
car,
track.
middle of back.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
One nice thing about these, though, if you overdrive it, you're going to pay for it.
I like the lower steering ratio because it gives you more control if you do lose it, and it doesn't have a penalty on the tires as much as old cars did.
The only thing I'm not a fan of are these, like, on a super speedway. Just for the sheer, like, steering wheel feel factor.
I liked it, having the outside line, running faster than the inside. I liked it.
Yeah, but I mean, I had my force feedback all the way maxed out just to be able to keep the car straight.
Seems too floaty.
Shit, I wanted off on my. I was happy with this TV package.
I mean, I was running like 55, between 55 and 60 at Daytona on the force feedback.
I agree. I had to bump it up that high.
These cars in general seem to have very low force feedback, though.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the Rackham opinion. Crank it up on these cars.
Locals yellow. Pits are open.
You would think it would be more stiff because of how, rigid everything is, and the old steering had so much slop, but you feel more bumps in the other one than this.
Except down the back stretch of Fontana, going into 3. What do you think? Hear the thing smacking off the track.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
Yeah, these like to bottom out a lot.
Back to the tire issue, I don't know how they would actually fix that, 'cause the tires are too low profile to run interliners or anything like that.
Right, and the way the car's set up, you can't go back to the old style wheel. And I think because of the brake package, you can't go to a smaller wheel, so you're kind of Beach Street.
I mean, NASCAR's got to get fixed before Richmond, because you're looking at 10 laps down from having a flat.
I think they simply just effed up on that.
I agree.
They're trying a super hard tire.
Well, they'll probably fix it by calling cautions
under caution.
more often
Pits are
for
closed.
spin.
Think about how many laps you'd lose at Bristol.
They'll have mandatory 7-lap cautions.
Or stop counting caution laps or something. They'll do something crazy.
Well, that and you tow it, you tear the car up. So,
We're going green. Next time by.
it's crazy.
Either that or bring back the big push bars on the tow trucks and just push them back to the pit instead of trying to hook them up and all that other BS.
NASCAR will literally do anything except admit they made a mistake and fix it.
I mean, there's been a lot of cars over the past couple weeks that have done nothing besides spin, and we're 4 laps down.
Yep.
I still can't believe Daniel Hemrick came from 6 laps down and got a top 10.
Imagine the Tony Stewart interview on that.
You know damn well the drivers are fear for their life to say anything bad against the car. Probably huge fines if they talk bad about it.
Green flag. 12.
Car inside.
Okay, John, the next car is Blaney.
Careful, still there. Easy, hold your line. Clear low. Car low.
Be careful, we've got a full course caution.
Jesus. This is
Well, at least
ridiculous.
we got plenty of time to talk about it.
I think Beck has stacked it. We're under caution. Pit's closed. The pace car is out. Line up single file behind car 01.
You almost had that save down there off before.
I know, I think I've got enough practice with these cars at the pace laps. Feeling pretty good about that. Not too loose, not too tight.
I'm at 90 mile an hour.
Pace car back end of backstretch.
Pits are open.
I know, right? It's about 190 mile an hour that I'm having trouble with.
We barely built up enough steam to get to 190.
Goes farther at the back.
I did everything I could.
See what the
Not cause a fuss.
tire temps and whatnot look like, but
Gotta get past 3 laps.
yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah, if we can just get enough heat in the tires, I don't think we'll wreck at all.
Well, a little tip-a-toeing around for 3 laps, and then it comes in.
I don't think anybody's done enough laps to stretch out just enough to kind of start running the line they want to. So as a
I
result,
just
we
remember
keep
when they were at
running
the clash and they were talking about how these things were designed not to flip, and then, what was it, 30 laps into the 500, Harrison Burton's on his lid.
Yeah, it didn't take long, did it?
Oh, Harvick even said straight out,
Of course, yellow. Pits are
there's
open.
no way you could design a car not to roll over or not to flip.
Not those speeds, the way the wind acts, and all that stuff that can happen.
It doesn't help though when you seal off the entire bottom of the car.
Yeah, when I seen that when it flipped over, I was thinking to myself, well, that would make it worse, you would think. Just turned into a kite.
Well, that's catching every bit of wind that there
We're
is,
under
you would
caution.
think.
Pits closed.
Yeah, but that rear vortex generator is supposed, when the roof flaps go up, it's supposed to drop down and I think let the air go in between the body of the car and that plate.
Yeah, supposed to. There's a lot of force going on there with the air and the wind and stuff at those speeds that those little flaps, I don't know.
I know one thing, if I was in a draft and that flap was flapping in my face, it'd drive me nuts.
Well, you got to think, the way the bottom of these cars are, as soon as they get air up underneath them, it turns it into a wing, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how big that fucking flap is on the hood. You got a big old sheet of metal on the bottom of that car, it's going to take off.
Those flaps are pretty flimsy too. A couple of them breaking off.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
Let's just slow it down some.
for all the money they spend and the time they spend, you think they could figure out something just a little better. I don't know.
I mean, it's a good car, I think it is, but it's definitely going to need a little work. But hey, it's only first 2 races in, 3 races in. Not bad for
Okay, John,
what they
get
gave
ready.
us.
Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Like I said, you're never going to design a car that doesn't flip over. There's just always that perfect storm opportunity that it's just going to go over.
You're going 200 miles an hour, you might flip.
I mean, what speed is it that an airplane takes off? 160 miles an hour, so there you go.
You know, you can take off slower than that, I think.
Well, obviously that depends on the size of the plane.
Oh, yeah. Well, a 4-seater, I figure, is about the same size as NASCAR, maybe weight-wise. I don't know.
Alright. Can we go more than 3 laps? It would be great if we could.
Green flag, we're racing.
Clear low.
Good gosh, that outside line. Woo!
P15.
Oh, come on!
God, that was my fault.
Course caution.
Wow.
Race
Jeez.
car's out. Line up single file.
24, ever
Behind car
since we
number
pitted that
07.
one caution,
We're
we've
under
been
caution.
barely
Pits are
missing.
closed.
Just dropping back. I can't get a good enough restart and gain enough spots before the caution flag comes out.
I'm glad I qualified for this race.
Have we made it to the start finish line under green yet?
I think twice.
Yeah, we've made 2, maybe 3 laps, but that is the absolute extent of it.
This is like a 3-beer
Pits are
race.
open.
I think another big problem is when people lift completely off the gas, it's also what hits it sideways.
Yeah, it really upsets the car.
Yeah, actually, good point. Y'all don't know that. Don't take the gas all the way off.
So I was saying earlier, you got to tippy toe around in this thing for a while before it gets going.
However, if you haven't practiced enough, you would clearly not know that, and that scares me.
I was in an NIS race yesterday, and I don't know, unless I was nowhere near driving the car hard enough. We had a green flag run. When we finished, I had 70% left on the right front. The guy that won was 10.5 seconds in front of me. He had 38%. He was still putting 0.2 a lap on me.
Damn.
I couldn't figure that out for the life of me.
Was it open set?
No, sir. Fixed.
I can't figure out in the trucks, I'm wide open all the way around the bottom in qualifying, and people run a 10 quicker than me.
A lot of that has to do with entry and exit.
Pits are open.
You throw a big arc in that corner and hit the center, hit the white line right on the center, and then drive it off against the wall, you'll pick that 10th up.
I'll have to give that a try. It's been really frustrating me this week.
Open up.
2 practice, and now I can't run 2.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
Guess perfect storm, but I'm running as many times as I can to try to get back to 30.2 and keep it.
That, and usually if I'm in a fixed race with the truck and qualifying, I take the steering ratio down either 8 to 1, 10 to 1, whatever the track may be.
See, I get to messing with that ratio a little too much, I think, and trying to figure it out, and I'm never sure where the hell I want it.
What are y'all's tires that just came out of pit?
They can't possibly have any wear on. They're probably like 98.
They probably still had the stickers on them.
Sitting on 100.
Someone was run 7 laps of green.
We're under caution. Pits closed.
The tire wear in this car is so weird. I did a 30-lap run yesterday, and the front tire, the right front, was 76%. All the other tires were like 95 or 98.
Well, yeah, your right front's taking a beating, ain't it?
And that was
Race car's
after
coming in
30
this
laps, 90-something% on all the tires except the right front.
Well, that NIS race yesterday, that was a full fuel run to end the race. And I was still at 70, and like I said, that dude was still putting 0.2 a lap on me, and he was under 40% on the right front.
What do you say we go 2 laps this time, guys?
At least make the start-finish line. Let's start small.
I'll say turn 2. Start turn 2.
Sorry, I didn't mean to set a goal too high.
Well, I didn't want to say nothing to jinx it. It's too late now.
Watch it go caution-free the rest of the way.
Let's do it.
Too many cars.
Green flag. We're racing.
What happened, 17? You fall asleep?
Car outside. Still there. You're all clear high.
Never gotten loose on the outside in the tri-oval before.
The leader's just done a 30.8. The guy in front has just done a 30.8. That's your fastest lap today. The guy behind has just done a 30.8. Full course caution. Watch out. We're under caution. Pits are closed. Pace car is out. Line up single file behind car number.
I thought we were going to do it.
And if smack the wall, we'll try to stop.
No incident points. 26
All right,
left
John, halfway
in
home.
halfway.
Feels good. Full course yellow. Pits are open.
Good. I'm not pitting this entire race. I don't care what happens. These guys go in, I am not pitting. It's halfway, there's no possible chance. We've wore the tires enough to even make it worth possibly pitting. I'm pretty sure in the spectated event I raced in,
814, do I have any damage?
I never pit, and I think we barely got more than a handful of laps until the very end. We got a decent run, and there was not much wear, if any.
I got you, 9. Hold on.
Back in the top 10, looks like maybe.
Yeah, your front end's a little crinkled.
Alright, thank you, I appreciate it. I got a 4X from that.
This thing's all about survival.
Yeah, strangely enough, I actually smacked the wall while trying to stop to avoid the wreck.
Yeah, your sides are good, just your front end.
Thank you.
Because these cars are so finicky about getting a little too much wheel or whatnot. If you see an accident up there, man, do not try hard to, just don't move. Kind of stay in there. Don't jack the wheel too much. You will be gone.
Yeah, I tried to turn down to avoid the wreck and it got me even more sideways.
Exactly. Just kind of try not to react too much.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
Dude, what are these guys pitting for? We don't need fuel. Just giving us some free spots. Somehow we're going to get enough green flag laps to actually do something.
I was thinking about going to get new tires, but I'm scared to death to go to the back of the field.
We're under caution.
Field's gone.
It's closed.
Staying.
Can't possibly imagine they've got more than like 97% wear on them.
99.
All of mine were at 98.
They ain't got hot enough to wear them out at all. Jeez, at this point, the guys up here are just running laps, trying to stay ahead of wherever the next caution's going to be. The next one that will happen.
I'm almost more afraid of putting a fresh set of tires on than I am of being in the back.
Why? It's not going to drive no different than the tires you took off.
I don't know, I was just hoping that they had a little more heat in them.
Okay, John, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
On the inside again.
Hey, 17. You got a mic?
Alright, how many laps can we go? We had a bit of a record that last one. We went around a few times. It's kind of nice. Can we do it again? Stretch ourselves out just a little bit.
green, let's go.
Car high.
P8.
Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Easy. Hold your line. Clear outside. Car outside. Careful, still there. Clear high.
Come on, man.
P9. The lap time was at 33.6.
Car low. Hold your line. You're clear on the inside. Car low. Still there. Still there. Careful, still there. Still there. You're clear low.
That lap was at 30.7. That's your quickest lap in this session. The guy ahead's lap time is at 30.5.
Car inside. Hold your line. Clear low.
10th position. That last lap was at 30.9. The gap behind has increased to 2.4.
Car low. Still there. Clear inside.
Maybe we spread out just enough. They're just all caught up in this like pack
P10. That lap
racing
time was
part of this right now.
31.0.
Just stay back here, try not to chew my tires up. I gotta make sure I turn the wheel enough getting in. Turn in early.
The gap behind is now 2.6 seconds.
Got a laugher up here. I don't know what this is gonna do to this. Ooh, now she don't want to turn. I think I turned in late too many times. Now the front's too warm. Right front's too hot. Tire pressures rose too much.
How many times you gonna hit me, buddy? I'm riding my line. All you gotta do is pass me. You can't, don't.
The gap behind is now 1.2.
Crap, that guy behind me is catching me like I'm standing still. Uh-oh, our guy just blew up, I think.
You are such an asshole, man. I love that you can't wreck me. You've hit me 4 times and you ain't turned me around.
That lap was at 32.2.
Jackass. Y'all should go back and check this out. Watch this moron.
Easy, hold your line. Clear inside. Are low.
Okay, jump.
Clear low.
P12. That was at 32.5. That was at 31.8. Laps remaining.
Ain't nothing left of my right front.
Car up high.
Well, it's just,
Clear
it's got
outside.
too hot. There's probably plenty
White
there.
flag, one more to go. The gap in front has increased. It's now about 0.9.
Good win, 17.
That was a fun race.
Well, that was ridiculous.
V12, that's it.
We literally
Let
got
me
like
go
a
back
20
and watch
lap
the
run.
23. I promise you, it'd be enjoyable.
Good race, boys.
Good race. I'm gonna fuck a kid. Good job. Good race, 5, 6.
Yeah, good race, guys.
The pit lane speed limit is 50 miles per hour.
Juan is such a moron. Juan, you're a pendejo. Puta.
Wow, that's super mature. I almost think I was racing with adults.
You tried to wreck me. Why do I need to practice? You tried to wreck me 4 times and didn't do it. What practice do I need? Pendejo.
Literally disconnected already, gay. Wow. Yeah, I screwed those tires up. 20 laps. Well, spot. I'll take it. I'll take 12th. Can't believe I. Dude, seriously, what happened? What are you guys doing? Where was that? 13? What are you doing, 13? My team got loose coming off the corner and 11 kind of pushed up toward him. Messed up. Seriously, I'm caution already. Still caught the apron. Oh man. You said, did you actually? Yeah, you caught the apron just a little bit. Catches the apron. Comes up, and 30 car must have kind of tried to avoid him and then went up to the wall, got loose. Right back down, takes out. We got 3 cars involved in that. 3 car goes back up across the track, like somebody else. So 2 laps caution, 1 lap caution, 2 laps caution, 1 lap caution, 2 laps caution, 1 lap caution. Jesus. 7. Wait, no, this was to do that we gotta go to last lap that they ran under. Where did it happen? I got an invisible car. No, maybe not. Too far. Oh, he's behind me. This guy is kinda. Oh, he's coming off. Overcorrects it and loops it. No brakes, right back up into the track. Jesus. Didn't even try. Give me a break, guy. Oh my god. So here we are at 15. Got that going again. Something right behind me happened, yep. Through the turns, 1-9 car. Oh. Let's see what happens. Oh, it bounced off the wall. Didn't have a good line in the corner, just and takes out the 22. Oh god. 18. That's the one we just watched. I mean, I was by no means perfect. And we found the 10 car. Now a little bit of trouble here. In front of me. I think I'm back here. Whoa. 23. It's a bobble. Just didn't have enough room to catch it. Takes out the 10 into the 2. 4's involved. 9's involved. Ooh, that guy almost got a piece of it. Oh, somebody else gets inside there. One comes inside there, gets a piece of it. Oh, you get a piece of it. Jesus. What are you doing, guy? Do you not see the car stopped in the track in front of you? 24. 29. 29? Yeah, 29. Alright. Cockpit. Car's messed up. No brakes. Brakes. Anti-engine blown. Anybody behind you? Yeah, you got somebody on your rear end. Whoa. Right. Should have gone right. He second guessed himself. He wanted to go down here, they went back down, and it's just along for the ride. It's probably where heartbreaking getting down to the apron, just straight down to the apron. That whole thing's been going on for I don't know how long. I think I did a halfway decent job of getting through though. We were just kind of spinning like top spec there, so there wasn't a whole lot I had to do through that. 25, lap 25. And then we were 30 to the end. With full 62% at the end of there, it was only 20 some laps. I had definitely got somewhere on those things by how I was driving it. There's no running the line I ran in practice. It was stay behind somebody else, try to keep pace with these guys to keep them from getting too far away from me. And I'm pretty sure I was turning in way too late. Stopped turning. Exactly what to expect. I feel like most of those turns I went in there, it was just going in there too deep. Too late. Too hard with no actual reason. I wasn't trying to gain position on somebody, I was just trying to stay here with him. That draft, I didn't back out of it. I was getting runs in the corner and just slide the tires across the pavement. there. Just burn my tires off getting into the turn. I'm already on them. Shred, I'm 10 laps into this run. So far. I don't know that I want to sit through as many caution laps as I did. You can try that again. See, we are 10 laps in. She don't turn. We just plowing. Those 3 cars behind me just started catching me. Bottom is just staying right there. We're losing time for the guys in front. We're at 30, 31, 31.6, 30.8, 30.7, 30.8, 31, 30.3, 30.2, 30.2, 10 laps in. It just fell apart. Nothing that was going to do here. Literally fell off. 0.6 of a second after that lap. Tire pressure came up and it just didn't want to do nothing. Man. That hurt. But we came away with no incident points, and we still gain iRating, and roughly 27, because I was the number 20 car in a 2.1 strength field. I don't know how much iRating that guy had, but we finished so much higher than most of the other guys out there, even though it was outside the top 10. 20 car finishing in the top 12, that was still an iRating game. So roughly in that rate, in that same vein, 2.1, 2.0. It's about to go up there. So it's just cause caution. Yeah, just could not get it to turn. Well, I guess I was just excited. I was up there with those guys in that pack. Thought maybe I'd get a top 5 out of it. Got a little greedy and was just not adjusting my lift point. Running in the pack with all that draft. As a result, pushed it in, just pushed into the turn so hard, and I just burnt that tire right up. Well, a little disappointed I didn't learn my lesson there. I know I knew better, but once a lot of other stuff starts happening at the same time, trying to contend with making sure you don't get ran over by somebody else, it definitely helps you forget just exactly what the heck was going on here. Well, let's see what these guys were complaining about. Who's behind this guy? Alright. Bar chase. Bam, 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 bam. 24, that 24 car was just a haul through there. We caught up to me. So, these guys were... Hey, maybe those guys had some fresh tires. Maybe that guy took tires on there. 23? Up 38 he was in. So he did pit later in the run. What about 24? 24 pit on lap 39. He must have took some tires. Alright, we're missing the action here. Let's have a listen to their in-car radio. Review car. On a reasonable line just above that seam. Giving each other plenty of room. 16 really did not get a good entry, so he drifted up in the center. 23 gets a run on the outside, down the back straightaway. 16 really drives it too hard inside there. Literally goes inside his car. He just gassed it back up way earlier than he should have. .23 pinches him down.
How many times you gonna hit me, buddy?
First time was his fault. Second time
I'm
was
riding
yours.
my line. All you gotta do is pass me. If you can't, don't.
I don't really think that was your line per se. Let's turn this off here. 23 car. Didn't go nearly as high up on the wall and went down into the turn. So 23 car never gets above that seam and drops down at that Cup Series sign. One lap ago, he's way above that line and goes in. 16 car overdrove the other turn and pushed up into him. This was the 23 car's stupidity. Didn't go high enough. And you turned in way too early. And then you yelled to 16 for running into you.
How many times you gonna hit me, buddy? I'm riding my line. All you gotta do is pass me. If you can't, don't.
Yeah, well, the replay says it's a slightly different story on that last one. So 16 tried to regroup it and catch back up to him. Tried to make us another dive bomb in there to get him. He's getting the draft. 23 way overdrove that turn. The 16 had just fell a reasonable line. He might have got by him. 16's just staying on him. Right off a little bit earlier. Lets him get down a little bit lower. He doesn't have it. He's on him. .16's making the 23 try to mess up. Let it lift it a little earlier. He's getting a better drive through the center, but he's really not getting a whole lot better drive off. But he's staying on him. Just trying to make the 23 nervous. He's all over him. Oh!
You are such an asshole, man. I love that you can't race.
That was, I'd be willing to bet that 23 probably lifted. I mean, 16 was Either the 16 drove it, powered it off that corner way harder than they normally did, or that 23 car lifted to make that turn. 23 car is pushing up by the wall. 16 really gets a good run. I think the 23 lifted. We'll never really know because we can't see the throttle inputs on these two guys. And 16's doing what they need to. They need to stay on him. Stay at his bumper when you get off that thing. Maybe you can get on him enough to do so, but well, that really screwed you there, 16. You have 5 laps. Can you catch back up to him? You caught back up to him. 2 to go. See, rematch. 16 trying to get on the outside. He gets a little bit of the wall. He's doing everything he can to try to get by him. He's pushing the envelope. 23 is running a real high line off that turn. I don't know if he's trying to block that high run he was trying to do over there. He's just moved up where he is, but white flag. Use what you got or lose it, man. 16's getting a good drive in there. He's keeping a decent arc, and he's really getting off that turn pretty decent. He got through that turn and off that turn smoother than the 23 did. Lower than the 23 did. 23 car goes a fair bit lower. 16 car is keeping that momentum up on the high side. Dive it to the bottom, my guy. Dive it to the bottom. Come on, man. You probably could have pulled right up alongside that guy. You had to just dove it to the bottom. Yeah, maybe your nose would be up at his quarter panel. '16 made a mistake early. That 23 car made a mistake the second time. Did not help him. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it was a clean race, so I'll take it.